So do this. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to be here. So today what I'm going to do is answer one of the questions of one of the new members of my collective. So her name is Sade. She is starting, and I love the name Sade. She's starting a business as a coach, and she says she's loving everything in Yes Supply so far. It's really helping her make a lot of progress. So she's a female entrepreneur transitioning from being a lawyer to coaching women on how to turn their passion into a business of their dreams. So very similar to what we do in Yes Supply too, which is really awesome. And so she's asking for tips on delivering the program to her clients. Honestly, that's me on Beauty saying, you're such a rock star, community loves you. Thank you, it's so nice. She's asking for some tips on delivering the products to your clients. So we do have a lot of information on that in the collective, but I thought I'm doing the live today and I would love to answer your question and help you out with that. And so yeah, as a new coach, you're going to be probably talking to your clients once a week, right? Your typical package is like 2 months or 3 months, weekly calls, emails in between to give them the support that they need to get the outcome that they want. Now, it's going to be a little bit different if you're like a personal trainer and you're like exercising people in person. But if you're a typical like business, lifestyle, mindset, confidence, relationship coach, you're probably going to have a 1 hour long session with your client every week, and then give them access to emails in between so that they can get support with you. So your question is, how do you deliver the content to your clients? So how I deliver content to my one-on-one clients is how I work with people is I really customize it. I learn about who the person is in the first session, figure out exactly where it is that they want to be, help them uncover the things that have been holding them back to this time. A lot of the women that I work with are very high performing. So they're the type of people who are already really good at what they do. And the issue is that they're so good at what they do and they're creative, so they start to do a lot of different things at once. And also, when you're good at what you do, you kind of become a magnet for people being like, can you help me with this? Can I feature you in that? Can you do this? Can you help me with that? And so, and as like a really helpful, successful woman, you want to help everyone, you want to do everything, right? And so typically with my clients in the first session, we figure out like, okay, where are you at? Where do you want to be? And because you're the type of person who's pretty much good or excellent at what you do, what have been the things that have stopped you to this point? So it could be lack of structure in your business, lack of structure in your life, maybe some mindset blocks that you haven't yet cleared that we can do with NLP or hypnosis. So what I do is I really help them figure out where they are now and where they need to go. And then I create a customized action plan for my clients. And so to do that, if you wanted to create a customized action plan for every single one of your clients, you could line that up in a spreadsheet. So what I actually do is I use Google Sheets. I create a spreadsheet that literally covers what we'll go through in every session. I create a whole plan for them. I send it to them and be like, does this look good to you? Does this look like it's where you want to go? And they're always like, yeah, check. And then that way, every time we work together, they have something that keeps them on track. It makes sure that they're making progress and they're not jumping from one idea to the other to the other. Within that too, if there's a certain project that we're working on together, maybe I'm helping them launch a coaching program or I'm helping them launch a product, we'll also use a Trello board just to help them sort of check things off the list. So it depends on the client. So just because you have a coaching client, it does not mean that you have to go and make 1,000 videos before you start working with them or create 1,000 workbooks before you start working with them. The beauty of having a one-on-one coaching client and why people want to work with you one-on-one is because they want your attention, they want your suggestions, they want your feedback. So you don't necessarily have to create a whole bunch of content before. And so that's how I started coaching. But now, as I've created multiple 5-figure group coaching programs, I have my membership site, I have all of these great things. What I do is when I have a new premium client sign up, they get access to me, they get the action plan, but then they also get all of the tools of the different courses and the things in my membership sites, just sort of as an added bonus. So if you're launching maybe a group coaching program, or you want something where your clients can watch a video or take a training or something like that before your calls so that they're more prepped for your calls, then what you can do with that, hi Jacqueline, hi Stephanie, what you can do with that is you can create a membership site like what I've done. So I created a membership site using Wishlist Member. There's also a lot of great platforms out there. My fiance is using MemberPress. Teachable is a great one too. So if you want to do something where you're delivering your clients content, almost like a course, and they can log in and access that course, and then after, you know, have their regular calls or their regular sessions with you, you can house that in a platform like Wishlist Member, MemberPress. There's so many different membership sites out there. Teachable, and then that way what you can do is you can assign them a certain video or certain work to do before your calls, and then they work with you on the calls. And that can be great too to help you sort of organize payments. I don't like invoices and like chasing people for money or anything like that. So what I do is I just set them up so that they're paying all through my checkout system, which is called Thrivecart and Wishlist. So that's kind of humming along automatically. They have access to all of my content that they want, and through our sessions, I actually say like, oh, you should listen to this piece of this content, like when it's needed, but most of it is customized. I'm giving them exactly what they need when they need it, so that they are making the strides that they need for specifically where they are. And I do a lot of mindset work too, like NLP, to help them really dig into the mindset blocks that they might be having. And so if you're doing those calls, those weekly calls, and you want to record them, because what I used to do is I used to use Google Hangouts, and Google Hangouts is great for video calls, but after a while I realized like sometimes when I'm working with my clients, I talk really fast and they want some of the stuff recorded. So what I started using was a platform called Zoom. Zoom is amazing, and what you can do is just set up a call with your client using Zoom, and then it will automatically record it for you. So what I do now is I have my calls with my clients, it automatically records it for me, and then I have my assistant download it and then put it into a specific folder for my clients. So that's different ways to deliver the content. And if your question was kind of more focused on like how do you deliver it in general, so not just the technology and how do you actually give them the content, but how do you do it all in total, what I would do for that is think about where is your target client starting out in your journey. So when someone first begins to work with you or before they've even started working with you, where are they? What are their current pain points? What are their current frustrations? What are they not so happy with right now that by working with you, you're going to help them overcome it so that they have a much, you know, happier, brighter future. They have what they want. So what is it that you do? What is your offering in your business that allows you to create that for people? And then think about how long will it take you to create that transformation. For some transformations, it might only take a month, depending on what it is. For some, it might take 3 months. For some, it might take 6 months. For some, it might take a year. It really depends what it is. And of course, it's going to be different for every person that you work with. But when you're thinking about what content, hi Sade, this is for you actually. When you're thinking about what content you want to create, and you need to think about like how is it actually going to get the person to the end goal that they want to get to, and then map it out step by step. How can I take this person from where they are now, kind of hold their hand and take them to where it is that they want to be without overloading them with so much stuff that they don't have time to take action, but giving them enough so that there is, you know, a little bit of pressure to get the work done, right? Because when you're working with someone, especially as a coach, you are pushing them to the next level, right? You are pushing them to get a little bit outside of their comfort zone. You are pushing them to see their highest potential. So you don't want to just be like, oh, it's okay, like, you know, you can do it all when you're ready, because, you know, if they were just gonna float by, then they wouldn't need a coach. So it is your job as a coach to help push people to their highest potential, to help them see how excellent they really are, to help them operate from an area of success. And when they see how much that they can do, and then they have your support, your love, you're there with them, showing them like, yes, you can do this. I believe in you. You're giving them your feedback, sharing them how you did it, and then also asking them the important questions that they need to ask themselves to see their potential and see what they're made of. That combined with creating incredible content is essentially what the magic formula is. So depending on what your clients are looking for, depending on what niche you're in, I'm not sure exactly what it is you're doing, There's different ways that you can deliver content, but again, just to sort of recap on everything, if you want to have them watch a certain video or take a workbook or something like that before your sessions, you can house that in like Wishlist Member, MemberPress, Teachable, I Love To. Those are great places to have the content. They can sign up and pay through those programs for your coaching, access their content when they need it, and then they book their calls with you. They could book calls automatically using a tool like Calendly, so you don't even have to be emailing back and forth, or you can have an assistant that's helping you schedule in your calls. So I have an assistant that helps me schedule and things, so my schedule is like a little bit more under control. And then weekly calls with Zoom is a great way to do it because we'll automatically record it for you, and then the client can go back and listen to those important nuggets of information that you guys shared and discussed. So hopefully that helped you. I'm going to see if there's any questions in Facebook. No questions, but there's a few of you guys here. Hi guys, thanks for joining today. Oh, one comment. Oh, Kimberly says hi. Hi. Okay, so I'm just going to go through. Jam Hub Poetry, hi there. Thanks for joining. Wise Al MG, how do you handle impatience from the client? I'm not quite sure how to answer that. So how do you handle impatience from the client? So maybe you can share a little bit more what you mean by your question. I don't really know if I've had like impatience by the client. I'm wondering if maybe you're meaning like the client maybe isn't seeing results or something like that. So if your clients aren't seeing results and they're feeling impatient, it might be that your clients aren't taking the action, because typically if your clients are taking the action to get the result that it is, whatever it is that you're helping them with, if they're doing the output, they're putting the energy out to get the result, they should be seeing some results. So just say they're trying to grow their own clientele. If your client is truly taking the action to put themselves out there, they should be either seeing like growth through their email list, booking calls or whatever. So if your client is getting impatient, maybe your client isn't doing enough work to see results. But maybe you can explain that a little bit more, because I don't know if I've really had to deal with clients impatient. Usually I'm giving them lots of stuff to do. Or yeah. Jacqueline says hi. Stephanie says hi. Sandra says hi. Spiritualista Boutique is here. Party started. Cool, and I saw a few new ones. Okay. I'm Terry Brick says hi. Hi, Terry. Clients that want quick results. Yeah, so literally everything takes time. Like if your clients are expecting a super quick result, like maybe, I don't know what you're helping them with, but maybe you're a relationship coach and they start working with you, and then next week they're like, well, why don't I have a boyfriend yet? Your clients need to understand that, you know, sometimes things take time, and if they're not seeing the results, maybe they're not putting the output, right? Like, you don't sign up for a coach or sign up for a course and then just sit back and wait for the money to roll in, or the boyfriend to roll in, or the lifestyle, or the abs to show up on your stomach. Like, you actually have to go do the work. So if you're a fitness coach and your clients don't have abs yet, be like, well, have you been waking up in the morning and drinking your hot water and lemon and going to the gym and running and doing your crunches? Like, that's pretty much how it is. You might also, if you're having a serious problem with all your clients being like, where are my results? It's week 1. Maybe look at your marketing, and maybe there's something in your marketing that's making your clients think that they're going to get a result in 1 week. And that might be something that you might want to shift a little bit, so that you are giving people the right expectation of the work that they need to put in order to get a result. Okay, so it's definitely, communication is always a two-way street. So if you're having people sign up and then they're all like, okay, well, where's all the stuff that I was promised? It might be a good idea to just look at your current marketing and make sure that it all aligns, so that everyone stays happy and they know what it is that they're signing up for. Tina says, can clients sign up and pay on your website and then log into Teachable for the content? So I don't know if you're asking about my website, but, or like, yeah, I guess, can they pay on your website and then log into Teachable for the content? So I guess if you're thinking of using Teachable, then you would get all your payment stuff set up on Teachable, not on your own website, on Teachable's. What was the membership site that I use? I use Wishlist Member. I have a whole blog post about great tools to use to set up your membership site on my website, and I'm going to be releasing a course for you guys on how to set up your own membership site. Can you repeat some of the tools that you use to help with your clients? I didn't hear them. So this is actually going to be on my Facebook page, so you can follow me at facebook.com/YesSupply, and you can watch this till the cows come home. It's all yours. Or on YouTube. Okay, great question, guys. Tina says my website I meant. So Tina, if you want people to be able to pay on your website, you need to set up your stuff on your website. So if you have a Wishlist website, then you could set up a membership tool using Wishlist, or another thing that goes into your WordPress. If you want it on Teachable, then you would do everything on Teachable. Okay. I do have a course on how to launch your membership site. So if anyone is interested in that course, you can shoot me an email, and I can share details with you, or my assistant will share details with you on that course. And it will walk you through step by step everything from coming up with the idea for your membership site, to how to create your content, to how to build your list for it, to how to launch it, to how to actually make money from it. So you can send me questions that you have on that, but I do have an amazing blog post all about it. You can just go to my blog section and search membership site or membership. And I also have a really great checklist that you guys would probably love if you're interested in launching your own membership site. So you just go to www.yessupply.co/membership checklist. And all of the stuff is there, like all the tools that I use, even more than what I talked about in this little 10-minute live. So thank you guys so much for joining. Great questions today. Oh, Tina says, you're amazing. I love you. I love you too. Tina, Terry says, what is the blog post? I forget what it's called, Terry, but if you just go to my blog and search membership, it'll pop up. It'll be the first one there. Great. This was so fun, guys. I can tell you really are interested in membership sites, so I'll definitely be sharing more stuff on that. By the way, this was a question from one of the members in my collective, so if you want me answering your questions, join the collective, ask me stuff. I love to help you guys. Love you guys so much. Have a great day. Sade says, thank you, Reese. Yes, this was for you, Sade. You guys can all follow her, find her. Her Instagram is Sade Forte, and I love the name Sade. I'm like literally obsessed with Sade. She's like a legend. Okay, have a great day, guys. Come hang out with me at 3 p.m. on my Facebook page, facebook.com/YesSupply. I'm going to be hanging out with Moria Steele. She's such a girl boss. She's done really cool things. I'm excited to pick her brain. You guys should be excited to pick her brain. She's killed it. And it's going to be really fun and really cool. So go to facebook.com/YesSupply, hit the follow button, hit the turn on notifications button. Join us there at 3. We will be hanging out. It's going to be amazing. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye, Juju. And